day today, India Today's correspondents from across Uttar Pradesh filed stories of how the anti-Romeo squad of the Uttar Pradesh police was out on the ground. Here you see these images. Now the problem is that the purpose of this anti-Romeo squad is noble. They're supposed to ensure that young boys don't trouble young girls. The problem, however, is that in several instances, brothers and sisters were picked up. In some instances, a husband and a wife were accosted by the police. They were made to do sit-ups. Now, the question is this not khaki vigilantism? Where does protection of women end and where does harassment start? Where do you draw the line? Take a look at our ground report tonight.
Stalkers nabbed. Eve teasers punished. Molesters beaten up. The BJP's highly publicized anti-Romeo squads hit the streets in Uttar Pradesh, questioning, detaining and even punishing. But it's just the first step in ending the menace of roadside Romeos. The situation in UP is so deplorable that deviants dared to pull a stunt in Meerut even as our cameras were rolling.
हम यहाँ जब तक बात कर रहे थे इन छात्रों के साथ, ये गाड़ियों से लोग गुजरे और चिल्लाते हुए निकले, कमेंट पास करते हुए निकले। और ये वो तस्वीरें हैं जिसकी वजह से क्यों आखिर एंटी रोमियो स्क्वाड का गठन करना पड़ा या ऐसी फोर्सेस की जरूरत क्यों है।
Girls are certainly already feeling safer.
बिल्कुल एकदम सही दिशा में आजकल युवा पीढ़ी दिन प्रतिदिन इस लफड़ों में पड़ती चली जा रही है।
जो भी हमारी गवर्नमेंट कर रही है वो बहुत ही अच्छा काम कर रही है। गर्ल्स को एक बहुत अच्छी फ्रीडम मिलेगी इससे।
A dedicated squad to control Eve teasers on the prowl in UP was urgently needed. But what happens when cops themselves overstep their boundaries? Is simply standing on the street a crime now?
यही दिया है कि कॉलेज ड्रेस में ही रहिए बाहर, जबकि हम लोग बगल में हॉस्टल में रहते हैं, इसलिए कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। कोई गलती नहीं थी इसलिए बोला, इसलिए बुरा लगा।
बहुत मिसयूज हो रहा है क्योंकि देखिए हम लोग ऐसे नॉर्मली चल रहे हैं, सड़क पे चल रहे हैं, हमारे इंटेंशंस वाले नहीं है, मगर आएंगे पूछेंगे कि क्या कर रहे हो यहाँ, क्यों कर रहे हो, क्या है, तो हम लोग की फ्रीडम रोक रहे हैं ना एक तरीके से।
So what is one to do if the cops start imposing their own morality on people in the name of anti-Romeo squads? The chief of UP police has chalked up the excesses to initial exuberance.
The anti-Romeo squads which are being set up in all police stations, especially in the urban areas, are not moral policing squads. They are, I repeat it, they are not moral policing squads. Whatever action will be taken will be within the ambit of law. There will be no extreme steps of the kind that you mentioned. The idea is not to criminalize young boys who've gone overboard with their enthusiasm. The idea is to counsel them and see to it that they use their youthful energy in more creative ways.
The DGP's assurances that Eve teasers will be counselled, not punished, seems disconnected from the ground reality. Controlling the spiraling law and order situation in UP is the need of the hour. But who will ensure that a force meant to protect doesn't turn into a unit enforcing its own moral standards on others? With Ashutosh Mishra, Mosmi Singh and Anjal Srivastava, Bureau Report, India Today.
Are anti-Romeo squads essentially khaki vigilantism? When we were traveling during the elections, I remember in Kanpur, for example, dozens of young girls telling us that they weren't able to leave their houses after 7 p.m. because they were feeling unsafe out on the roads, that boys would harass them outside colleges, outside homes. So there is a real problem. But is this the solution? You saw brothers and sisters being picked up, husbands and wives being picked up, asked to do sit-ups. Now, why should somebody's freedom be clamped down upon? Joining us on the newsroom showdown tonight. I want to welcome Sanju Verma to Delhi. Sanju, welcome. Acharya Ajay Gautam is a spokesperson of the Hindu Mahasabha. Vikram Singh is the former Director General of the Uttar Pradesh Police. He's the man who started these anti-Romeo squads. When was it? In the 90s?
1992.
1992 it was. Okay, Maulana Ansar Raza is the chairman of the Garib Nawaz Foundation. Karuna Nandi is a Supreme Court lawyer. I want to go across to Karuna Nandi first. Karuna, because we saw in that report, a lot of young girls say that this is good, that we can't stand outside our schools, we can't stand outside college, boys come, they lecture at us, they make all manner of totally unacceptable comments. They seem to be welcoming and appreciating this. On the other hand, you had a couple of young boys say, even if we're just walking down a road, the police seems to be questioning our intent. Now, we know that UP is unsafe for women. A lot of young girls in Uttar Pradesh seem to be welcoming what the new government is doing.
I think first, Rahul, we should look at what an anti-Romeo squad is as distinct from what regular policing is and supposed to be around the country, right? Regular policing is meant to enforce constitutional values and freedom for women, right? So if there was a systematic takedown of patriarchy, and if this is what the police was aiming to do, to promote the freedom of women, right? I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. The point of why, if we look at sort of unpack what an anti-Romeo squad is. An anti-Romeo squad, firstly, it has the word Romeo in it. It's not a misnomer. Romeo was Romeo because there was a grand consensual romance that he had with Juliet. Where is this coming from? This is coming from a chief minister who was somebody who was very much behind the idea of this complete canard of love jihad, right? What was love jihad? This sort of enterprise by members of the Sangh Parivar to prevent consensual couples from two different religions from marrying each other or, you know, having other romantic relationships with each other. We also have a situation where the chief minister in UP used to have these problem-solving darbars where people used to come and he used to solve various problems for them. Some of these problems were, and one reported problem, for example, is where a boy was, there were two different castes, and one was a lower caste and one was an upper caste, and they solved this problem. So, this is also the chief minister who espouses the idea of
Let me ask Sanju Verma first, because
so now,
it's a question of priority. You've got Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas that you're talking about. Development is a big priority. The first thing that they do is send out these Romeo squads. Now, you saw couples being picked up, you saw brothers and sisters being picked up, husbands and wives being stopped, some of them were asked to do utak baitak. Now this seems to be a terrible intrusion into somebody's privacy. If somebody is being harassed, if a girl is being molested, by all means the cops must come down. But if a boy and a girl are sitting, whether they are husband and wife, whether they are friends, whether they are lovers, whether they are Romeo and Juliet, whatever it may be, the police frankly has no business interfering.
Okay, Rahul, one thing which I want to very categorically mention, that this is not about, Romeo, Juliet, Heer, Ranjha, Laila, Majnu or Rahul Simran of Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, what have you. Let's not trivialize this whole debate. I've even heard some senior journalists on your channel earlier in the day saying that this is about moral policing and extra-constitutional vigilantism. And nothing could be farther from the truth. I'm amazed and shocked that the so-called feminists have a problem just because it's called an anti-Romeo squad. This is about the fact that Uttar Pradesh simply between March and August of 2016 had 1,032 cases of rape. This is also about the 7,600 cases of rioting under the inept Akhilesh Yadav government, most of which were abetted due to incidents connected with rape and
let's not mix two things. Writing is a separate
law
issue.
And order,
we will deal with law and order. One second. Mr. Vikram Singh. Now let's just try and stay focused on the main debate. The debate is that you've got boys and girls, brothers and sisters, husband and wife sitting around. Suddenly this anti-Romeo squad barges in. This is khaki vigilantism, sir.
On the face of it, yes. But see the subculture that the UP police have inherited now. लड़के तो लड़के हैं, उनसे गलती हो जाती है. Eve teasing has become epidemic in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and this is one thing that the field policing to prevent Eve teasing is Operation Romeo. Let us not go into Operation Black Thunder, Operation Sea Lion. Let us not go into the action. Let us go into the ground reality. The police have inherited a subculture, and they have to come out with a no-nonsense approach to see
Okay, you're
that all the
calling this a
Romeos.
no-nonsense approach, Karuna Nandi. Vikram Singh, as a former DGP, is also saying that there is a real problem. Teasing women is endemic, and I've seen this myself. Uttar Pradesh has a terrible problem with law and order. There is an issue on the ground. See the message. The BJP would say, see the message that's been sent out. These images play on TV for 48 hours. All these supposed Romeos get the message that this is not the way to behave, that they need to fall in line, and if they don't, the might of the law will come down on them. Karuna Nandi.
Rahul, let me complete and make my point, please.
What I will say, Rahul, about this issue is that, look, let Romeos be Romeos. Crack down on people who interfere with a woman's freedom and a woman's consent. I think the way the issue is framed, just like when Mulayam Singh Yadav said, boys will be boys essentially, right? लड़कियों से गलती हो जाती है, was a problem because those sorts of messages percolate. This Chief Minister has a different kind of problem. There is a problem that women don't have agency. He said various very problematic things about women. He said various very problematic things about imposing the Sangh Parivar's idea of consent as opposed to the individual woman's and man's idea of consent. And so therefore I think that the bites that you played prior, you talked about some people who have an issue and some people who don't have an issue. So the point is that yes, it's possible
Rahul,
that there are some people who are violating the
Rahul.
law who are apprehended, but it is overbroad.
Catch
If
the
you
right
have-
people.
Let
Sanju
me-
Verma, catch
let
the
me
right
finish
people.
this
Don't
curtailed at the
catch
same time.
people
Why
who
is
are
that?
there
So
by
the overall-
consent. That's the problem.
So
And
Rahul-
and a real fear is that a lot of this could very soon spiral out of control and go overboard.
Not
So
necessary.
Rahul, let me make my point. There is nothing called. I'm amazed, and I think Karuna Nandi's statement saying that this is something concerned with the Sangh's idea of consent. There is nothing called the Sanghs or the right wings or the BJP's idea of consent. A criminal is a criminal, a crime is a crime, a law and order problem is a law and order problem. There is no grey when it's a law and order problem. It's either black or white. And I'm amazed that a lawyer of Karuna Nandi's stature had something so trivial to say
No, but look,
about
Vikram
the steps
Singh,
being
and these
taken by this
images on your
government.
screen right now.
Obviously.
There's a boy and a girl together.
Rahul,
Suddenly, look at what's happening.
Please let me
These are
complete.
images from
I
across
need
the
to
country.
come
We
in
need to
here.
make a big deal of it
Okay,
because
so
if
let
we
me
don't,
give you one
this
example.
could soon be the standard template
Let
across
me
UP.
give you one example,
A boy and a
Rahul.
girl, man and woman, husband, wife, brother, sister, they're sitting in a
Can I
park.
give you one
and
example?
suddenly,
Exception, Rahul, you cannot.
no, but why are they being clamped down on?
Firstly, it is an aberration. It should never be forgiven.
Aberration across
And
Uttar
the police
Pradesh on day
leadership-
one.
Look here. Every instrument, every weapon, every statute can be misused. It is for the police leaders, and I follow the police leadership totally. If this deviation or aberration were to happen, the police leadership should have briefed and trained the staff before imposing the operation going forward. Operation.
Look
I
at those
want to
images,
step in
Sanju.
here and
Even
counter
earlier.
Sanju, look at those images. Look at what's happening.
Okay, I've seen those images, being played throughout the day on television. Now, as a, counter to what Karuna Nandi had to say and what Mr. Vikram Singh had to say, I'm surprised that neither the so-called feminist and beacon of human rights, Ms. Karuna Nandi, had the audacity to ask, why did a 15-year-old minor in Sitapur in Uttar Pradesh kill herself simply because Eve teasers kept stalking her when she resisted them?
No, so catch those Eve
Let
teasers.
me complete.
Catch those
Why
Eve
did not-
teasers.
why
Karuna is
did
not defending
why
those Eve
did not
teasers.
Karuna Nandi or your channel ask why 11 people were injured and 2 women had to die because of an Eve teasing incident which involved 2 communities in Uttar Pradesh in February of 2017?
No,
but
so
this
catch
government,
those people.
you want to judge it on the basis of one stray aberration.
This is not
within-
one aberration. This is
within
happening across
48 of
Uttar.
It is not happening across Uttar Pradesh.
No,
Tell me which
we've
are
got.
the places.
Can I pull out
Tell
those
me
6
which are the
images?
places
Okay,
across
we'll
Uttar
pull it out
Pradesh.
right now. Let's have that
How
6
many
window on
people
the
have you
screen
taken?
right now.
What is the sample size that
No,
you're talking of?
I'll run you images
You cannot
from
take
today.
one stray
You're
incident.
saying where is this
I'm
happening?
sorry.
This has
One
happened today.
stray
Happened
incident
today.
does
It's
not
not. It's
represent
not one.
Uttar Pradesh, which
Sanju,
constitutes-
let's look at facts, please. Bulandshahr, Lucknow, Muzaffarnagar, Pilibhit, Meerut, Kushinagar. 6 separate sets of images on your screen right now, and this is just a sample. It's not.
Police officer will
Yes.
tell you that if there's a lathi charge, apart from the guilty, a percentage of innocent also get bashed up. And that is why the inquiry, the police leadership, for course correction.
Karuna
to set,
Nandi, do you agree with this? Because we heard
For a
Javed
course
Ahmed, the
correction.
DGP of Uttar Pradesh, say
It is not moral
that
policing.
this is not our intent. We will not go after boys and girls. Basically, Vikram Singh saying maybe they were overzealous today. Word will go out. Javed Ahmed has spoken to India Today and to Aaj Tak saying we don't want to be moral police. If there is a girl being molested or if only then will we step in. Otherwise, we won't.
Karuna Nandi,
One
you're
second,
asking her. I'm sorry, I will intervene here.
No, 1 second. Let's listen to Karuna. I'm coming to
People,
you.
policemen
As
doing their
long
job is moral
as-
policing.
As
But
long
hooligans
as
in
the
JNU,
police strictly
One
follows
second, let's
the
not
law,
frustrate.
because this is the duty of the police and any state authority is to follow the law. As long as they strictly follow the law and are not swayed by these other messages that the chief minister who constituted, after all, these so-called anti-Romeo squads has been giving in the past, and this ideology. And let's also face it, there's a degree of moral policing that happens in other parts of the country as well, diverting very precious resources from actual crimes against women, from other crimes, from protecting the freedom of women. And you see, the reason that I think, Rahul, this is a very, very centrally important issue is that the state and the police exist to redress a power imbalance. In this case, between patriarchy, right? And
There's also another story.
when it starts doing things like
Yes.
moral
Muslim girl face
it
acid
reinforces
attack
that power
Let
because of the
Acharya-
refusal,
much more.
because of the refusal of proposal of someone lover. ठीक है, ये एक ग्राउंड रियलिटी है पिछले 15 साल से ड्यू टू द पॉलिटिक्स ऑफ द
अरे तो सर, भाई बहन को क्यों पकड़ रहे हो?
हिंदू आर टारगेटिंग ऑन द नेम ऑफ लव जिहाद. दे आर रनिंग बाय अंडर इंजीनियरिंग, running under a factory of the love jihad. They targeting the Hindu girls and they thereafter they target Hindu लड़कियों को जिस तरीके से ट्रैप करते थे, उन्हें फंसाते थे विद फॉल्स आइडेंटिटी के साथ में. अगर आज पुलिस ने, आज शासन ने एक सराहनीय कदम उठाया है महिलाओं की रक्षा और सुरक्षा के लिए, एक प्रिवेंटिव स्टेप लिया है, तो आपकी सहमति उन एसिड फेंकने वालों के साथ है करुणा नंदी जी, या उनके साथ है कि जो लोग सफर करते हैं, जो स्कूल जाना छोड़ देते हैं, जो डर के मारे सुसाइड कर लेते हैं, जो अपने आप आत्महत्या करने पे मजबूर हो जाते हैं, और या 15 साल से तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति के कारण जो लव जिहाद हिंदू लड़कियों और मातृशक्ति के साथ
That's
चल रहा
not the
था,
only story
क्या
we
आप उसके
have
साथ हैं?
on the newsroom tonight. I want to bring you now the story of what's happening at slaughterhouses. We saw, for example, at meat shots in Hathras in Uttar Pradesh, where some shops were burned down overnight. We've seen some illegal abattoirs being shut down, and there's no reason why illegal abattoirs should continue. They should be shut down. Even the last government should have done so. But what about shops with licenses? What about people who are going about their job in the way that they should, with proper bona fide licenses? Why should they be attacked? Take a look at this report.
What started as a crackdown on slaughterhouses is fast becoming a tool in the hands of vigilantes. 3 small meat shops were burnt down in Manyavar Kanchiram colony in Hathras last night by unknown people, triggering panic in the area. The police say the attackers are yet to be identified, and it would be premature to blame the incident on any group.
3 दुकानें रात में, इनका कहना है कि 3 दुकानें आप देख रहे हैं, 3 खोखे हैं, दुकान क्या खोखे हैं, इसमें अपना मुर्गा बेचते थे, तो दिनचर्या के लिए इसमें आग लगी है. और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि 2015 में भी इनके ऐसी घटना हो गई. 2015 का मीट का लाइसेंस है इसके उनके पास काटने का.
The shop owners allege this is not the first time they are being targeted. An earlier attack a couple of weeks ago did not result in any losses as they were able to douse the fire in time. But this time, the damage is much more.
तीनों दुकानों करीब बढ़ती नहीं है, आपका समझ लो 65,000 रुपये, 20 और 20 40,000, इससे 65,000 रुपये का नुकसान.
आग वालों को पता नहीं पड़ पाया.
नहीं जी, किसी की नहीं कह सकते किसने लगाई. ये रात के 1:30 बजे लगी है.
Sealing of slaughterhouses meanwhile continues across the state. In Meerut, 2 large slaughterhouses were among those sealed for violation of norms. One of them is owned by BSP leader Shahid Akhlaq and his brother Rashid. The Akhlaqs are alleging political witch hunt and question why they were not served any notice by their administration.
मीट प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट है, स्लेटर हाउस से स्लेटिंग होकर हमारे यहाँ माल आता है, बफेलो आती है। ये तो इतना बड़ा मुद्दा तो नहीं है जो इसमें मेरा प्लांट सील किया जा रहा है, वही विपक्ष का मुद्दा लेके किया जा रहा है कि भाई हम लोग विपक्ष का टारगेट करके किया जा रहा है हम लोगों के साथ में।
जो भी अवैध रूप से चल रहे हैं, जिसमें प्रक्रियाएं पूरी नहीं की गई हैं, उनकी जांच के लिए टीम गठित करके उनकी जांच की जा रही है। जो जो कमियां पाई जाएंगी उनके अनुसार उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई प्रस्तावित की जाएंगी और उनको सील किया जाएगा।
The crackdown is set to intensify in the coming days, with Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath directing police officials to prepare an action plan for closure of slaughterhouses across the state. The CM has also asked police officials to show zero tolerance towards smuggling of cows. But there is still no clarity on the scope of the crackdown. Will there be a blanket ban, or will only illegal abattoirs be targeted? The confusion has led to fears among more than 2 lakh people who depend on the industry for livelihood. With Ashutosh Mishra, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, this brings me to the question I raised. If there's an illegal abattoir, by all means come down. But what explains Acharya Ajay Gautam burning down meat shops in the middle of the night? Look at those images. रात में कोई जाके meat shop पे आग लगाते. Now, this is illegal, unconstitutional.
सर 24 जनवरी 2016 को नेशनल ग्रीन ट्रिब्यूनल ने उत्तर प्रदेश के पॉल्यूशन बोर्ड को नोटिस इशू किया था कि स्टेट में एक लाइसेंस है स्लॉटिंग हाउस का और इसमें 250 से ज्यादा बड़े स्लॉटिंग हाउस है और लाखों की संख्या में वो है जो घर घर के अंदर खुले हुए हैं। यानी कि इसका मतलब क्या था कि पहले की जो गवर्नमेंट थी उसकी नाक के नीचे ये जिस तरीके से पशुओं के वध करने का अवैध कारोबार चलता आ रहा था, अगर किसी गवर्नमेंट आई है और उसने कोई एक अच्छा स्टेप लिया है तो उसके अंदर बुराई क्या है?
ये तो रात को जाके दुकानें जला रहे हैं,
इनसे
रात को जाके दुकानें जला रहे हैं, ठीक कैसे?
ये सर समाजवादी, उनसे पूछिएगा, मेरी बात हुई है, समाजवादी पार्टी की सरकार थी तब भी उनकी दुकान जलाई गई थी।
मौलाना अंसार रज़ा,
योगी जी को बदनाम करने की एक राजनीतिक पॉलिटिकल
this is a conspiracy to defame Yogi Adityanath. Maulana Ansar Raza, several of these abattoirs were functioning illegally. People had meat shops in their home, they didn't have licenses for that. So you've heard Acharya Ajay Gautam argue that if the police comes down on them, shuts them down, that's something that should be welcomed, not criticized.
देखिए राहुल जी, मैं पिछले 22 मिनट से बहुत संजीदगी से आप लोगों को सुन रहा हूं।
बेशक
वकील साहिबा को भी सुना, बीजेपी को भी सुना, हमारे डीजीपी साहब हैं उनको भी सुना और गौतम जी को भी मैंने सुना। 2 बातों का जवाब मैं देना चाहता हूं। एक तो आपने जो आजकल मोहब्बत करने वालों के ऊपर जो हथौड़ा पड़ा है उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार की तरफ से, मैं पहले उधर जाना चाहता हूं कि जो लोग इस तरह का काम, अगर वो गलत तरीके से मोहब्बत कर रहे हैं उनको सज़ा मिलनी चाहिए, लेकिन कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि आप बगैर पहचाने, और जिस तरह से कर्नाटका में हुआ कि बहन भाई स्कूटर पर बैठ करके जा रहे हैं और वो लोग आए आकर के साहब जी तुम तो बहन दोनों शादी करो, तुम एक साथ बैठ करके क्यों जा रहे थे? ऐसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए। मोहब्बत कौन करता है? मोहब्बत का फार्मूला किसे पता है? कौन जानता है मोहब्बत करना? आरएसएस वाले जो है वो बगैर शादीशुदा हैं, प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब हैं उनके पास कुछ नहीं,
मौलाना रज़ा, let's not get personal. Let's stay focused on the issue.
मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि आप बोल, मुझे मालूम था कि मैं बोलूंगा आप लोग चल जाएंगे, मुझे मालूम था।
Let's not get personal, sir. Let's stay focused on the
प्यार
facts.
का फार्मूला आईएसआईएस को पता है, वो सारी दुनिया देख रही है कैसे प्यार का फार्मूला है। और रही बात उसकी जो प्यार करते हैं,
मोहब्बत जायज है हमारे मुल्क में।
जो मैं कह रहा हूँ जो प्यार करते हैं वो डरते नहीं है। तो जो इसका सच में प्यार है वो शादी करे, अपने घर ले जाए, पार्क के पीछे बैठ के कुछ हो गया तो आप ही कहोगे कि योगी की सरकार में बलात्कार हो गया, आप ही कहोगे योगी जी ने महिलाओं को सुरक्षा नहीं दी,
अपनी माँ से मोहब्बत नहीं करते क्या?
फिर आप भी अल्लाह बचाओगे।
अरे सुरक्षा होनी चाहिए,
जो चल रहा था 15 साल से
सुरक्षा नहीं होनी चाहिए
की तरह, उसको बंद करने का समय है ये।
I want to ask him a question.
गौतम साहब, ये लव जिहाद तमाशा आप लोगों का बनाया हुआ है, ये लव जिहाद तमाशा आप लोगों का बनाया हुआ है। जब धर्मेंद्र ने हेमा मालिनी से शादी की थी,
संजू has a question.
सर की 3000 लव जिहाद के केस रिपोर्ट हुए हैं, ये ऑन डॉक्यूमेंट है।
शादी की थी जब चंद्रा ने हरियाणा में शादी की थी तब आपको लव जिहाद नहीं दिखाई
तो
दिया?
आपने भी बड़ी खुशी से उसको चंद्रमोहन
आज आपको लव जिहाद दिखाई
मोहन
दिया?
राजा बना दिया था। आपने भी तो
Sanju,
विंडो खोल के दुकान खोल के बैठे
okay,
हो।
Acharya, I hear you. Go on.
हमने तो कभी नहीं बनाया भैया।
Okay,
हम
go
तो
on,
निकाह
Sanju,
पढ़ाने
quickly.
नहीं गए थे।
मौलाना जी मुझे
हम तो
आपसे एक
निकाह
सवाल
पढ़ाने नहीं
पूछना
गए
है।
थे। निकाह पढ़ाने तो आप लोग गए थे ना।
मुझे आपसे एक सवाल पूछना है। कुछ साल
जी, मोहतरमा।
पहले मुजफ्फरनगर में अंबेटा गांव में एक 16 साल की लड़की को जुल्फाम, जो कि लोकल ग्राम पंचायत हेड के बेटे हैं, लोकल ग्राम पंचायत हेड का नाम है जहीर, और उनके बेटे जुल्फाम ने इस 16 साल की लड़की का बलात्कार किया। एक बार नहीं किया, बार बार किया। और जब उससे पूछा गया तो उसने कहा मुझे ना कोई गिला शिकवा है, ना कोई संकोच है, ना मैं अपनी इस करतूत पे मुझे बिल्कुल कोई शर्म है, क्योंकि मैं तो उस लड़की से प्यार करता था, मैं तो सिर्फ अपने प्यार का इजहार करता था। तो जिस यूपी में बलात्कार को प्यार का इजहार माना जाता है, वहां पर आप कहते हैं कि हम एंटी रोमियो स्क्वाड का जो ये हमारा निर्णय है वो गलत है। तो मैं कहती हूं कि ये आप जैसे लोग हैं जिनके कारण, और करुणानंदी जैसे लॉयर्स हैं जिनके कारण निर्भया जैसे केसेस बार बार इस देश में होते हैं, बिकॉज आप जैसे लोग, करुणानंदी जैसे लॉयर्स, रेप जैसी चीज को ट्रिवियलाइज करते हैं। इसमें भी आप राइट विंग और लेफ्ट विंग देखते हैं, इसमें भी आप बीजेपी और कांग्रेस के बीच का भेदभाव देखते हैं।
मोहतरमा जी, क्या आप मुझे मुलायम सिंह यादव समझ रही हैं क्या?
Okay, you made your point. Nobody's justifying this. Okay, Sanju, you've spoken. No one's trivializing rape. Let them respond one by one. Starting with
मुझे पता है आप
Maulana
साइकिल पे नहीं, आप हाथी पे चढ़े थे। मुझे मालूम है आपने मायावती बहन को सपोर्ट करा था।
one
उसका
second.
क्या हाल हुआ वो
One
सबने
second.
देख लिया।
Sir, if you
मुझे
speak
पता-
without
अब यार
my
यहाँ
permission,
हाथी
down
और
your
साइकिल
mic.
कहाँ से आ गई भाई?
Let Maulana Ansar Raza
यहाँ
respond.
हाथी और साइकिल कहाँ से आ गई?
Okay.
गौतम जी, हाथी और साइकिल कहाँ से आ
Okay,
गई?
Karuna
आप
respond.
सपोर्ट करते हैं।
Okay, 1 second. That fader goes down. Karuna respond.
Sanju Verma, firstly, let me just make it absolutely clear that just because you have the ability to speak and you've been given a platform does not mean you have the ability to just say any old rubbish. And let us draw the line. Let me be absolutely clear here. Now, to move to the issues. The thing is that, look, regardless of what the religious people say, regardless of, spokespeople from the BJP saying, branding the entire, vast population of UP as rapists, it's just a very simple and clear thing. When people are acting consensually, leave them alone. Regardless of what religion they are from, regardless of whether they are married or not, regardless of whether you think that they are being misled down some wrong path or not, it's just that simple.
Okay, what I need to do now, Deoband in western Uttar Pradesh is the home of one of Asia's most prominent Islamic seminaries. The new BJP MLA from Deoband wants to change the name of his constituency to Devrind because this is where the Pandavas apparently spent time during the Mahabharata. Now the question is, and this hasn't been announced by the government, but what's happened is that posters of Devrind have come up all over Deoband. People locally have already, especially BJP supporters, have already started referring to Deoband as Devrind. I will debate in just a moment whether it is okay to change name by force without government action, but just through popular support on the ground by getting a bunch of people to change the name just because they want it to be changed. But before that, my colleague Anand Patel gets us this ground report.
आओ भैया दारुल दारुल दारुल
A placid town in Uttar Pradesh, famed throughout the Islamic world for its 150-year-old Darul Uloom, India's best-known Islamic seminary that teaches Deobandism, named after Deoband, a center of Islam known worldwide for its secular and democratic traditions. For a century and a half now, Deoband and Darul Uloom have remained synonymous. But now, Deoband has woken up to a surprise sight. Ornamented with temples and mosques, its streets have been overnight bedecked with large billboards, calling the town Devrind. This unofficial title is displayed boldly on posters, hailing the local BJP leader's victory in recent elections. In his first as MLA, Brijesh Singh has launched a campaign to rename Deoband Devrind.
मेरी इसके पीछे कोई ऐसी मंशा नहीं है कि उसको आप इस्लामिक संस्थान से जोड़ें। मेरी मंशा केवल इतनी है कि देवबंद का अपभ्रंश देवबंद हुआ। हमारी सरकार के मंत्रिमंडल का गठन हो चुका है। अब विषय देवबंद या देवबंद का नहीं है। मैं सीधी एक बात है कि अब उत्तर प्रदेश में विकास की रफ्तार किस तरह बढ़ेगी, विषय ये है।
Singh has vowed to moot a formal proposal for Deoband in the first session of the new assembly. But a debate has already gripped the town, home to the famous Hindu shrine of Bala Sundari Peeth.
केवल हम देवबंद की ही मांग नहीं कर रहे कि देवबंद का नाम बदलकर देवबंद होना चाहिए। देश के अंदर जितने भी ऐसे स्थान हैं जो आज उनकी पहचान खोकर, और वो मुगल कालीन समय जब आया और उनकी पहचान खोगी और आज वो उनके नाम बिगड़ते बिगड़ते हो गए। हम सरकार से मांग करते हैं कि उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनी है, योगी जी उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री बने हैं, उन सब स्थानों को उनके नाम बदले जाने चाहिए।
Deoband has voted for the BJP after 21 years. But some members of both Hindu and Muslim communities are wondering what purpose a name change will serve.
ये नाम बदलकर आप ये पैगाम देना चाह रहे हैं कि आप तहरीक आज़ादी में जो मुजाहिदीन शरीक थे हमारे, उनकी तौहीन करना चाह रहे हैं कि देवबंद का नाम जो है, क्या देश का सबसे बड़ा मसला ये है? क्या अगर इसको हटा देंगे आप तो ये हो जाएगा? या देवबंद के नाम बदल देने से जो रोड नहीं बने वो बन जाएंगे, जो स्कूलों में पढ़ाई सही से नहीं हो रही है वो हो जाए? इसका एक फ़ायदा मुझे बता दें, उसके बाद चेंज कर लें आप।
Muslims make up 40% of Deoband's population of 1 lakh. Some community elders insist the BJP MLA's campaign wouldn't diminish Darul Uloom's reputation.
इसलिए एक दफ़े नहीं, हम तो कहते हैं 1000 मरतबा बदल दो, हमारी सेहत के ऊपर क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है? हमें इससे कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है, ना हमें कोई नुकसान है। देवबंद को अगर वो बदल करके कोई भी नाम दुनिया के अंदर रख देते हैं, दारुल देवबंद की दारुल की वजह से वो सारी दुनिया के अंदर पहचाना जाए।
Darul Uloom, opposed creation of Pakistan, and in independent India's history, Deoband has stood as a tall example of peaceable coexistence of Hindus and Muslims. But in a matter of weeks, the town has begun to wrangle over its nomenclature.
Demands are rising among the BJP voters and its cadres for change of names of cities which have been named during the Mughal era. But here in Deoband, the BJP supporters are already calling Deoband as Devrand, and posters of Devrand are all over the town. With camera person Parminder Sharma, in Deoband, Anand Patel for India Today.
Okay, name one advantage, he asks, in changing the name. Let me put that question to Acharya Ajay Gautam. क्या फायदा? वो कह रहे हैं कि क्यों बदलना चाहते हो?
देखिए 100 करोड़ जो हिंदू हैं, वो जब 4 धाम यात्रा के लिए जाते थे तो रास्ते में देवबंद पड़ता था, इसलिए इसको देववृंद ही नाम था। तो जब वो लोग जाते थे तो देवत्व की भावना आती थी, और वो देवबंद का नाम है जहाँ देवताओं को बंद करके रखा गया हो, इसलिए इसका एक रिलीजियस।
Is it about setting the wrong priorities?
ताजमहल का भी जो पुराना नाम था वो तेजो मालिया था, और
तेजो मालिया कर दो, इसका
तेजो मालिया हो रहा है, कर नहीं रहा, हो रहा है। ये
ताजमहल का नाम बदल दो,
अंडर पाइपलाइन है। तो ये बात
you may have got a mandate. One second, I've heard you, Sanju Verma, but you need to be responsible. You've got these 325 seats. Use them to uplift the people of Uttar Pradesh. The energies have to be spent in the right direction, should they not?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I'm frankly agnostic between whether it is Deoband.
No, but the MLA there seems to be very excited.
Yes,
these big posters have been put up all over.
But Rahul, when you say that let's not talk about the nomenclature or the semantics surrounding names of places which have historical antecedents, as in this case, because Deoband or Devrand, as it were, is a place where the Pandavas worshipped at the Rankhandi, and that is the historical significance. Be that as it may, I think the fact is that even the media has to focus on the development agenda that Yogi Adityanath and the Modi government is focusing on, rather than focusing on
look at what is taking up bandwidth.
Anti-Romeo squad.
Who's doing this? It's the people on the ground who seem to be doing this. Karuna Nandi,
Have you, Rahul, one question. Yes. Have you in the last 48 or 72 hours debated on the fact that the Modi government in Varanasi, from where we won 8 out of 8 seats, has announced and work has started on the Urja Ganga gas pipeline, which will connect 2,600 villages and 40 districts and give piped cooking fuel to more than 35 lakh people. You are not discussing this. You are discussing Deoband versus Devrand.
Because that's a debate. No, one second.
Are skewed.
No,
The
these are
day you
BJP
discuss-
MLAs. One second,
the
I
day
don't
you
buy this
discuss
argument.
development, we will not focus on Deoband.
One second. The day you stop doing this, we can focus on the Ujjwala scheme and other such things. Karuna Nandi, what's in a name? You've got Acharya Ajay Gautam saying that there's a historical context. This is where the Pandavas worshipped while they were in exile. And before it became Deoband, it was Devrind, and therefore the name must revert back. Do you agree?
You know, the Chief Minister has a history of taking what were in many parts of Uttar Pradesh small disputes and then lighting a fire under them and making them massive things. The change in name, I think, you know, while on the one hand on English channels there's a sort of message that, oh, these are just incidental things and let us focus on other things, I think is a sort of systematic Hinduization, and this is of course the stated goal of the Sangh Parivar, which is of the RSS rather, which is a Hindu Rashtra, right? And so there's a sort of systematic Hinduization of names, relationships, the state, etc. Now there's a way in which look that in, you know, in the UP, it's higher.
It is not related to religion alone. So please go and educate yourself. Please go and educate yourself and then come and debate on national television. I'm surprised you're a lawyer.
Sanju, I hear you. Before it became Deoband, it was Devrind, and therefore the name must revert to its original name. Do you buy that at all, Maulana Raza?
देखिए ऐसा है राहुल कि मुझे 30 सेकंड दे दीजिए, मैं ज़्यादा वक्त आपका ज़ाया नहीं करूंगा। देवबंद हो, देवबन हो, देवी बन हो, जो भी नाम उसका रहा हो, कई नाम तब्दील हुए हैं। मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूं, अमन का परचम लिए साजिश नहीं करते रहे, अमन का परचम लिए साजिश नहीं करते रहे, कुछ पढ़े लिखे हमेशा जाहिली करते रहे, सारी दुनिया में तरक्की की हवा चलती रही और हम हैं बंबई को मुंबई करते रहे। आप ये बताइए, देवबंद का नाम तब्दील होने से क्या मुल्क तरक्की कर जाएगा? अलीगढ़ का नाम तब्दील करने से इलाहाबाद का नाम तब्दील मुल्क तरक्की कर जाएगा? अरे अगर भाजपा की सरकार आ गई तो इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आप अंसार रजा को ऐसे
मौलाना साहब बता दीजिए कि कौन से रॉकेट लॉन्चिंग के अंदर हमारा नाम आ जाएगा।
तरक्की की बात कीजिए,
बता दीजिए ना। औरंगजेब, बाबर को और तैमूर को प्रमोट करके कौन सी तरक्की हम लोग पालेंगे अगर 100 करोड़ हिंदू इस देश का मूल निवासी है? हिंदू इस देश का मौलाना साहब मूल निवासी है। 100 करोड़ लोगों की भावना को ओवर रूल करके आप ना तो इस देश में अमन और चैन कायम कर सकते हैं, ना ही आप सही तरीके से रह सकते हैं।
Okay, I'm out of time. Maulana Raza, final words. Okay, Acharya ji, I hear you.
अंसार को अंसार शर्मा नहीं करा है।
अजय गौतम,
लेकिन जो हमारे हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस है, जो हमारे रिलीजियस वैल्यूज वाली,
अरे उनके भी तो हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस है सर। अरे कोई आपका इकलौता हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस थोड़ी, उनका तो अभी का हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस है।
नाम बता दो तो तुम्हारे खानदान का शहीद हुआ है देश की आजादी में। यहाँ 90,000 गर्दनें कटाई हैं तब भारत हमें मिला है। गौतम जी, 90,000 गर्दनें कटाई हैं इस भारत के लिए, कैसी बात कर रहे हैं?
40 लाख हिंदुओं को पाकिस्तान में काटा है। ये बात ध्यान रखिएगा, 40 लाख हिंदू काटे गए पाकिस्तान में।
अरे आजादी की कीमत पाकिस्तान में काटा तो उसमें हम शामिल थे क्या काटने में?
विक्रम सिंह,
तुमने भी तो गुजरात में काटा है।
आप यहाँ से गए नहीं और उन्हें यहाँ से आने नहीं दिया।
Okay, one second. Final words from you, sir. Is this what the debate should be about? Because this is supposed to be about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. You focus on development.
I would say, Rahul, that we are beating around the bush without coming to the point. This seems to be the personal opinion of the MLA with no government sanction and not a word from the government of Uttar Pradesh or government of India. Secondly, this is not the first time somebody has requested a change of name. We have, where you are standing just now has become Gautam Buddha Nagar from Noida. Jyotiba Phule Nagar, Ambedkar Nagar. There are so many.
Today has become India Today.
And so many nomenclatures. It is a non-issue. Let us focus on the core areas of development and everybody's confidence building measures.
I leave it there. We leave it to our viewers to decide what they make of this. Really, the focus should be on the Ujjwala scheme you spoke about boats in the Ganga, cleaning up the Ganga, developing roads, etc. This is a debate that's highly contentious and, to my mind, totally avoidable. Focus on what matters. Changing names is just proving a point. It's a point that's really not worth proving. 325 seats is a big mandate. Be graceful, be magnanimous. Get on with the business of ensuring Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas.